What's up, guys and gals? My name is Splattercat, and we are here at the Nerd Castle with our weekly indie newcomer playing the first episode, or I guess the only episode of Copod, which is made by Ben Perry. This game is currently Steam greenlit. It is being worked on anyways. It's being voted on right now, and so he sent me a copy and asked me to play around with it, and I played it a few times, and I was like, alright, that seems like a pretty interesting game. I will give it that. So if you ever enjoyed like the first stage of Spore, where you just like the little critter that was floating around in goo eating other little critters, you will probably absolutely adore this game. Copod is a roguelite in which you take control of like a little amoeba, or a little amoeba, a little critter in the water that has to consume, destroy, and otherwise headbutt things to death in order to survive and to drive its species forward. You will be doing lots of breeding with other amoebas, lots of fun stuff like that. In fact, there is even a level where you are a sperm. So, I mean, the game's got a lot of things going for it. The art style is very, very charming, and in many ways reminds me of a game that I used to have for my Android phone called Freddy Burb. It looks very, very similar anyways, that the way things are designed. Lots of stark colors, lots of solids going on. So anyways, without further ado, we're probably just going to play through like one time. This may be a short episode. This is very much a game that you can play like on your lunch break. And in fact, I think this game would probably do very well on mobile applications. If I had to give a suggestion, I'd say throw this bugger up on the iPad. Like throw it up on, you know, iTunes, and maybe throw it up on the Droid Store, and you probably make a lot of money. But anyways, essentially, it's a game that you can play in about 10 minutes, so this is probably going to be a shorter episode of Weekly Indie Newcomer, and so let's go ahead and hit start, and I'll talk about how the game is played. And so here is how the game is. This is my little character right here, and the game is very simple. You can play it with one hand, which is never something that I'm against. So with the left click, you just accelerate in a direction. You can see that my mouse clicker there is controlling the direction that I'm heading, and if I right click or if I press the W key, I headbutt things, like so. And so there it is. Your goal is to kill off all the other little critters, because that's how nature works. It's just critters killing critters because we're critters. That's what we do. I mean, I wake up one day and I'm like, hey, I'm gonna kill you and eat you because that's how nature works. Now, you may notice that I'm picking up little bubbles around, and so let's talk a little bit about the UI. So at the top right here, you've got a bunch of cardiac hearts, and so that's them right there. I suppose that's probably a little bit redundant, but whatever. I wanted to make, they're not like the normal Zelda hearts that you see. They are actually hearts in the shape of a literal cardiac heart. Over here on the right side, you will see a selection of abilities. So I've got Stun, and I've got Photon Stream. Those are the little bubbles that I picked up off the enemies that I've been killing. There's a little bar up above that. That bar denotes when I kill enemies, I get a new ability. Now, these abilities are single time use. Some of them have a little number next to them, and you can use them a number of times. You can use them 4 to 5 times, like little gunshots and things like that. But for the most part, they're kind of one-shot, one-kill type deals. Over here at the top left, I have no idea what this resource is called. It's a little sad face. Not really sure. Maybe it's my DNA leaving me, but I've noticed you spend this on adaptations, and so when your character comes time to evolve, you spend these to either have children or to get new evolutions in between levels. And so down here on the bottom left, you'll also see the map, and so let's start exploring. I'm gonna go down south for my first go, and you travel via these little portals right here, I guess. Oh, it's trying to suck me back through. That's not very friendly. Do not suck me back through, you. I don't feel like being sucked right now. That little critter right there is going to try and headbutt me back. You see those little horns? That means he injures me if he touches me while he's in that state. I'm going to headbutt him. You can get multiple critters with one headbutt. And after we kill everything on this floor, you'll notice that the little shield was right here will disappear. And we've unlocked, what is this? Puke. So we can now throw up. What does puke do? I haven't even learned what most of the abilities do, so... Oh, it makes me throw up all my hearts? That's a little weird. Why would I want to do... Oh, it makes you kick out all of your resources. That's weird. I don't know why I would want to do that, but I can assume that it would be advantageous with certain power-ups to kick out all your hearts, because maybe they cost hearts or something. Like, they'll cost you a heart, and then you can re-pick back up all your hearts. I don't know. That's weird. It's one of those abilities that I'm not used to. Now, Photon Stream I like, because it's like a little amoeba Kamehameha. And it's like, Kamehameha! And it just, like, annihilates everything. I tried to be quiet right there, because I don't want to, like, max out my mic or anything. I could put a noise gate in, I know, but I'm lazy. I'm a lazy prick asshole, and that's just what I do. So anyways, this is the end of the level. So the basic thing that you want to do in each level is you're going to look and find a flower. You bring back the flower and it will allow you to seduce this female or this male. I don't know if it's a male or a female. You will breed, you will go to the sperm level, and then you will go to the next level after that. The sperm level is where you pick your buffs and your evolutions. But let's have a look around because we can't bypass the level until we find the flower. This is a challenge room, and so this little kind of tentacle right here, once you activate it, it will give you a challenge, and in a reward for defeating all the enemies that show up, you'll get a bunch of power-ups, but if you're already full on power-ups, it's probably not the best choice to play it, so for right now, I'm going to keep on exploring and just ignore that. You don't get XP or anything for killing enemies, you do get new power-ups and things, but it's still kind of risky. Now, those explode, those are like landmines, and you got to watch out. The acceleration can be a little bit iffy. The controls are very floaty, and it's just something you've got to get used to while you play this game. There it goes, right there. So everything flows as though you're underwater. And if I had to say one game that this reminds me of, on the PlayStation Store back in the day, for the PS3 when it first came out, there was a little game called Flow. This game reminds me of that. So we've got Stun, we've got Solar System, and we've got... I'm going to go with... I'm going to kick out the Stun, because I know what each of these do. So we've got Deadly Spray, which makes us just blow loogies everywhere that annihilate everything. Loogies o' Doom! And then we've got the Kamehameha Beam, and then we've got the Solar System, which is a shield that goes around us that injures things that come near us. And so I like shields. They make me very, very happy. We're not going to play the minigame right here, because aside from getting more abilities that we can't fit into our hotbar anyways, there's really no point. And here we will see that there's a little thing with chuffed out cheeks. I'm going to headbutt that thing in the face because it tries to lick me. And I don't feel like being Gene Simmons' wife right now. Or anybody else that's ever been intimate with Gene Simmons. I don't even want to think about that right now. Where is this going? God. Let's get the hell on out of here. Just the thought of just like curly hair all around you. Just, God, why? Why? Anyways, let's... Oh, that thing's got the flower. And so we beat it up. We take the flower. And it's dropped another spray. I don't want another spray. I'm pretty happy with the abilities that I have right now, so I'm going to stick with them until I need them. And I've got... What do I have selected right now? I have Solar System selected, so I'm locked and loaded to go with that. And if we wanted to leave the level now, we could. We could go back and talk to the other, or at least hang out around the other amoeba, or whatever it is. And once we do that, I guess we're called Copods or something like that. I don't know. I'm going to headbutt that thing in the face because it's going to try and zap me. That thing's going to try and headbutt me, so no. No, 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 no. Okay, so we've killed it, and let's see what's inside the shield. And it looks like it's a vomit. I don't want vomit at all. Let's go downwards and see if we can't get ourselves any freebie babies in this mission, because we haven't unlocked a lot of these yet. Oh no, he's going to try and zap me. Whoop, and I'm going to use my dash to get away from him. We're going to headbutt him real fast. And there's an XP right there, or a little sadness thing. I don't know what it is. But anyways, it's useful for stuff. And then we've got a zapper over here. I'm going to take the zapper instead of Photon Stream. In fact, I'll just show you what Photon Stream does now. There it is right there. That is Photon Stream. Now, it doesn't one-shot enemies when you fire it, so be aware. It did destroy my power-up, however. That's concerning. So I lost my zapper, which is oh, no, I got my zapper. Never mind. I picked it up the second that I used the other one. That's fine. Let's keep on moving, guys. So now what we want to do is we decide if we want to undertake the challenge. There is the distinct possibility that after the challenge, there might be baby copods, and the baby copods are just little pets that follow you around and headbutt stuff. I'm going to risk it for the possibility of getting baby copods. So there it is, the challenge has begun. The battle has started. Let us headbutt like the wind. Him I'm gonna kill first because he tries to lick me. He's got like this long extendy tongue kind of licker style from Resident Evil that just follows you around, and it can be really, really irritating if you're trying to outrun other things while it's trying to lick you, because it's basically a seeker missile with a limited distance. Now we've got... what looks like, I forget what that is, but I know it's not any good. I know I've used it before. That's another Photon Stream, so it looks like that was all for naught. Whatever, not a big deal. I'm not really hurting for anything right now anyways. We're fully stocked up on abilities, and so let's go ahead and seduce our partner so that we can get the hell on out of here. Whoever knew that seduction would be a skill I would need to learn to win at video games. That's a really, really bad thing for me. Alright, and so now we make out for a little while, amoeba style. We nuzzle our noses adoringly, and now we're a sperm! There's our magical sperm. And so we've got to pick an egg to go into. We can go for a speed up buff if we had 4 of the little unhappy faces. We could go for a boost up, which I don't know what that does if we had 3 of those. Or we can just go for a runt, which is always the third option, which costs you nothing. And so we're going to be a runt, I guess, which doesn't speak too highly of us, but I'll accept it. The level backgrounds do change as you play through the games. I'm going to kill these guys off. Get ourselves another unhappy face, maybe a 4th unhappy face? No, no such luck there. And let's see if we can find the flower one more time to give to the lovely little other amoeba. I'm not going to take the challenge right now because these are really difficult if you're not prepared for them as you get further and further into the game. And if you don't need the power-ups, don't play them. There's no point. There's a vomit right there. Since we've already got one, I think I'm going to stick with what I have. And this is a room where you've got to navigate very, very carefully. This green stuff right here injures you, so we're going to try and sneak around it. I'm going to go up and see what's this way. I'm going to try and get away. Had to pull a Lenny Kravitz right there. And so this thing's going to blow up in just a second, and I flew right into it. It's really hard to change directions in this game. That's one thing you will note, is that there's like a definite, like, your turn time is really, really delayed. And so if you're trying to dodge projectiles, you're kind of locked into the path that you're going. And so things tend to lead you very, very successfully. Now I'm going to go back down to this map down here at the bottom. We're going to go through this green goo in the hopes that maybe we can find ourselves something else in the bottom corner. I just wanted to make sure that I explored everything fully to make sure I got all the treasures that were available, because there could be a baby Copod around, and that's probably one of the most useful items you can possibly hoard. What is this right here? What do we have? It's gunk? I don't want gunk. I want... There we go. I wanted to kick gunk out because gunk leaves a little poo trail behind you. Not very useful. It sounds super awesome, but it's limitedly useful. I like the projectiles the best. Bunch of enemies I'm going to zap to now. Oh, God. So that backfired on me. Let's fire back because we can. And then maybe... Oh, we got killed. So as you can see, the game is very, very difficult. I probably wasn't supposed to attack those. They were sleeping. I suppose we'll go for another game because that came out way shorter. I suppose I should level with you right now. I've never beaten the second level. The game is insanely hard. Like, it is incredibly difficult to the point where if you undertake any challenges whatsoever, you're going to die. Like, things are just going to backfire on you. We could also press spacebar, apparently, to use our power, which was up on the screen before. I've been using the mouse because I like to do everything one-handed because it pleases me to do it that way. Let's have another look around. We'll go down to the bottom. We've got ourselves a zapper and a solar system right now. And he actually got himself shot right there. So we avoided the bomb. We managed to kill that guy off. We got an unhappy XP. We'll pick up the stun bot right here, or the little stun bubble. In this room, I don't see anything too useful. We'll wipe them out. And it looks like they've given us another zapper. I'm going to take the zapper instead of the stun. So there it is right there. I really like the zapper. The zapper makes me pleased, although it didn't do very well in the last level. I was under the impression that the zapper always one-shots everything, and maybe that's just in the first level, because the things that I zapped in that previous challenge where the 4 things were sleeping, I was trying to kill them all with a singular zap so that I could just go take the treasure. Didn't work out for me. Do a headbutt right there. And this mission seems to be going a little bit better. We've got 3 unhappy faces now. I don't want the goo, although it would have been useful against those last mobs that killed us, so maybe I should rethink my position on the goo trail. And off to the left, it looks like we've got a challenge room. I'm going to bypass it for now. This is probably going to be one of the rooms. Oh, there's the room with the flowers, so we'll take him out really, really quickly. Oh, and he licked me before I got it off, unfortunately. The story of my life. So we've killed him off, and this is a Copod egg. We want this. So if we break this, it's going to cost us 2 of our unhappy faces, but then we are now a daddy or a mommy. I don't know what our organs are right now. I'm assuming that we can like reconfigure them and make them whatever we are, and that all of our breeding is based on the flowers that we possess. But now we've got a baby Copod, and what he'll do is fly around and headbutt stuff for us, which is really, really awesome. We do need to be careful though, because our abilities will injure him if we like aim them improperly. And since I'm really, really bad at aiming, that seems to be one of those things that I do a lot of the time. And it looks like there's nothing else to explore, so let's maybe just cash in our chips and go to the next level. The baby Copod will follow us. He's right there, so he should come with us into the next level, maybe? I don't know. He may or may not. If he doesn't, then I'll know that it was a really, really bad decision. We want to find the Runt Stack right here, which sounds like the name of a really bad band, Runt Stack. Oh, we do get to bring our Copod along with us, so what you'll see is that he'll attack these little guys as we go along. Maybe. Or he may just follow us around. Normally they attack. I don't know. There we are. So we've killed off another enemy. And maybe he's being buggy right now. Usually they're very, very aggressive and they just fly off killing things. He may die when we go through this part because the AI doesn't tend to do very well with these little trails right here. Gotta be careful. Alright, we made it. Fantastic, and our baby made it through intact, and that does seem to be kind of like the evolutionary struggle, is like, does your baby make it? I'm gonna zap one of those, although it doesn't appear to have worked very well. And those things charge, so you want to be careful. He's got the flower, though, so we could exit this location, and little baby Copod got him. Fantastic. So we got ourselves a vomit and a flower. I'm gonna swap the puke for whatever this is. What is this? A lucky swap. What does it do? Oh, it just gives me another one. Okay, so... Oh, it swaps whatever's on the screen. What is this? A full health. Oh, wow, that's going to be incredibly useful. So we're going to keep our full health. I'm going to play with 2 hands here because it seems like it might be a better idea. And let's see if we can weave our way back through here without our baby Copod getting taken out. Don't go through that, baby Copod. Don't do that. Steamy green stuff is bad for you. I know that you're green and that you share like 50% of the attribution of those green things, but don't do that. That's bad. Very, very bad. Teaching a child. The joys thereof. I'm going to avoid challenges for now because we're full up on abilities. And here we've got another one of those little guys. And he's going to chase me around a bit. Baby Copod's going to get down and headbutt him in the face and get us another XP. And what was this over here? Is this another Baby Copod? Yeah, let's get another one. A yellow Baby Copod. What does a yellow Baby Copod do? I've never had a yellow one. I've had a green one before. I've had like 3 to 4 green ones before, but I've never had a yellow one. Or I guess that's more of like a taupe, I guess, if I wanted to be absolutely specific about my colors. That's right, I know colors and stuff. I know my colors. I don't know what that is, but it's not going to replace any. I have a really good hand right now. I'm happy with my hand. Since we've got 2 Baby Copods with us, let's do a challenge. I mean, there's really no point. And I ran Solar System right there, which is going to injure some of our enemies, but it's also... Oh, we dodged that one very narrowly. We just picked up a Rage, and we've been licked. But our Baby Copods killed him off before he could lick us to death. Good. Baby Copods, go! Yeah, Baby Copods are handling work right now. Baby Copods are my heroes. That thing spits a bunch of vomit at you, and that's bad. It, like, covers the entire battlefield in all kinds of just nastiness. So we've killed off a bunch of enemies. Is that it? What did we loot then? What is this? A glass cannon. I don't know what that is, but I'm not going to swap a full health for it, that's for sure. I know what Rage does. It makes you really good at charging. It makes you charge at double the rate. We've also got a spitter right there, and we've got a lucky swap. Let's do the lucky swap and see what happens. I would like to drop the glass cannon, though, before I run it. Hold on. No, don't suck me in. Stop that. Stop that right now. Alright, let's run the lucky swap. And so that's going to switch everything on the map. And that gave us... I've never even seen this before. I played this game quite a bit, and there's still things I haven't seen. It's an eat me. That's not very nice. Although I like my buffs to be... Or I like my debuffs and my attacks to be insulting. If I had to choose... Well, what is this right here? That's a stun? I thought the stun had a little yellow thing on it. Oh, well. Let's rotate. I'm going to keep what I had before, but take the stun. And let's go to the south and see where it lands us. Oh, and I got licked again. He's going to try and reel me in, and it's going to injure me if he does. But Baby Copods went ahead and took care of business. There's another... I don't want that. Oh, and we've got another one of this, and it's only got 2 glass cannons in there. So I'm not so sure that I want to take this challenge that might get me killed. I'm going to avoid them, since last time it didn't go very well for us. Now, we've got the flower, and that leaves us with 2 choices. Do we leave here, or do we go see this final room right here? I'm going to go see what's in the final room. Alright, so let's line it up and see what we have. Looks like we've got a little challenge with one of those licky tongues, but Baby Copods took him out. And what did we get out of it? A heart. Good, because we had lost health. I'm going to beat the 2nd level. I am so happy right now. I've not beaten the first. I've played this game probably 5 to 7 runs now. And I've done just horribly every single time because I drift a lot. And I'm just not good at drifting. I would not fit in Tokyo Drift. I would be terrible in car games because, like, my drifting just occurs when I don't want it to. Let's seduce this thing. And love is in the air tonight. Just wow, 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 wow. There it is. And so the sperm is let fly, and we will send it towards an egg. And we're probably going to have to go with the runt egg again because I keep spending all of my genetic material on babies. That's cool, though. I like the Baby Copods. They're useful to me. They make me happy, and the game plays better whenever I have them. Let's go northward this time. And on the top side, there's a big gooey thing. And I think I'm going to zap them both, which is going to kill them, and we're going to get double XP. I'm going to hope that my Baby Copod doesn't hang out in his slime for too long, because that will kill him off. What is this? Shield? Oh, that sounds great, too. I'll take that as well. Although I'm going to leave it on stun right now. That thing's probably going to do some lick. Oh, it shot me with a laser beam. It used a Kamehameha on me. That's horrifying. The point at which microbiology starts to be able to do that, I will no longer look down a microscope. Be like, what you looking at? Kamehameha. Like, ow, that wasn't very nice. How am I supposed to do science if you keep shooting me in the ocular region with lasers, microbiology? Okay, so we know where the other Copod is now. So there's the mommy Copod. I'm going to assume that we're the daddy Copod for now, just because it's an easier role for me to slip into. I mean, I don't have kids or anything, so I guess it's not that easy of a role, but I do feel for both of them. I will name one of them Marklar and the other Tuggles. Marklar and Tuggles. Tuggles will be the green one. Marklar will be the taupe one. And I'm going to headbutt him in the... Oh, we're being shot at. That's bad. Did we lose one of our... No, Tuggles! Tuggles, no. Why, Tuggles? You were a hero. I told you not to be a hero. Why? Why would you try and save me? You are the next generation, Tuggles. Oh, God. That thing is really quite enormous. That is an issue that just keeps on growing. That's a problem. Luckily, baby Copod got him. Well done, Marklar. I may have switched their names already. I'm probably going to do the same thing with my kids once I have. Just forget their names and stuff. Be like, your name is now Tommy. I don't know what it was yesterday. You may have been Brian, but now you're a Tommy. In either case, he's Marklar now. Ooh, I don't like that. I'm going to stun him, and then I'm going to give myself full health. Stop shooting things at me. Projectiles are pain. And we've picked up... What is this? Eat me. I'm still kind of... That's one of those abilities that I'm terrified to use because I'm not sure what it does. I've also got a stun over here that I'm going to pick up, but we are losing resources pretty rapidly, so we may just want to hunt down that flower. I was feeling confident. God. Oh. It makes me big. Okay. Well, that could be a good thing or a bad thing, depending on if I'm, like, trying to dodge projectiles or anything. I guess it was a good thing with regards to the fact that that thing couldn't eat me, so... There's another baby Copod right here. I'm going to take it because I like baby Copods. And good. I'm going to name him, instead of Tuggles, we've got Marklar, and we've got O'Doyle, because O'Doyle rules. So blue is going to be O'Doyle now, and then the taupe one will be Marklar. Let's head on up to the north. I'm sort of terrified right now. I really don't know how this is going to play out, but I would love to make it to the 4th level. Without, like, ending up dead as dirt. Baby Copod, stop going through the mist. What are you doing? Stop that. You guys are terrible at just surviving. We've got sleepy things in here. In trade for an icon that I don't want. So let's get out of here. I'm going to try and do this high speed mode. And just see how it goes. Yeah, testing my skills. Marklar. O'Doyle, where are you? There they are. Marklar and O'Doyle are back with us. Let's go back to the left. Another stun. Do I want gunk or do I want stun? I think I want stun. I like stun a lot. Stun is one of those things that I can plan out, and it makes me pleased whenever I use it. Unfortunately, I don't know how to, like, drop the thing that I want to drop right now, so I'm just gonna, like, juggle all of my abilities until I make it out the other end. Maybe go up to the top here and see what the final room has in store for us. A bunch of enemies, so I'm going to stun now. Did he just kill both of our baby Copods? Oh my god, you child-murdering bastard. I hate you. Oh no, he only killed Marklar. That's okay, Marklar was kind of lame anyways. I was getting kind of tired of Marklar's shit anyways. He was just like, He was that kid that's always like licking light sockets and getting into trouble. Just like, what are you doing, man? Get out of here. What are you doing? He's the smelly kid. There we go, that's how I'll leave it. O'Doyle's still alive, and that's all that matters. O'Doyle is still with us. The power of O'Doyle will never stop. Let's go back down. Oh, challenge room. I don't want that either. No, challenge room. I only have 1 health left. We're probably dead as dirt, but let's go ahead and seduce this thing. We'll get to level 3 for the... I'm sorry, level... Yeah. I think we may... Are we on level 3 or 4 now? I can't even remember. It's been such a long playthrough. Once again, we are a sperm. Sperm, thy name is us. A boost up. I assume that probably makes me charge better. Or we can go speed up. Since speed doesn't tend to be our problem, I think I'll go with boost up. And so yeah, our boost is actually a lot more high powered now. We're able to project ourselves a little bit more violently. Go ahead, O'Doyle. Eat one of these little critters. They will make you feel much better. Free XP maybe? Nope, no free XP. Let's check and see what's down to the south. We've got a photon beam booby trap. Photon beam booby trap. No! Oh, they put a door up behind me so I couldn't escape. Damn, well that's kind of lame. Well then, I suppose that this is the point at which I will show you some casually reflective gameplay while talking about the pros and cons. The first thing that I think I'll note about the pros of the game, because that's where I'm going to start because I say so. But anyways, the first pro is that the game is very, very unique. Everything about the game, it is a roguelite, but it is kind of a beer and pretzels game that you can play over the course of about 10 minutes. But everything about the game kind of fits its own theme. Everything from the art style, to the music, to the way things control, to the way that you move through the fluid. It all feels like it's all part of its own package. Like many of the constituent parts of this game, I've never seen in other games. Like obviously you've got special powers, you've got floating around, you've got things of that nature. nature, but nobody's ever taken something like, say, Flow or the first level of Spore and turned it into a roguelite before, and I think that does lend this game a very, very unique flavoring. Now, at the moment, the game is in very, very early alpha, so one of the cons that I will say is right now you can play the game through Indie DB, but there's going to be limited offerings. Now, there are a lot of powers, there are a nice collection of enemies and things to be discovered, but the maps tend to look very much the same right now, and that's all part of the fact that the game just simply isn't ready for its full-on release right now. But I do think that the game warrants a green light vote, yes. I don't give that recommendation lightly. I do feel that the game does represent itself in a way that makes it stand out among the crowd. Right now, roguelites are a dime a dozen, and a lot of them are going with the old fantasy tropes, where you're like some adventurer guy doing some adventurer thing, and then we have kind of quirky art, but it basically does the same thing as like Binding of Isaac, maybe with a little bit of Metroidvania. Right now, this is a very kind of unique title. I mean, I've said the word unique about 600 times now, so I should probably back off of it, but it's different. It feels different in every way, and I think that's going to be one of its strong points. So with regards to the presentation, great, love the art style. With regards to the music, it's also very, very nice. It's like 8-bit, and it keeps it simple, but it's still catchy, and also the game is very easy to relax to. It's a game that's incredibly relaxing. With regards to the overall gameplay mechanics, I'd say maybe tighten things up a little bit with regards to the attacks and the way that your character moves, but then again, that might also ruin kind of the flowy feeling of the game. So anyways, I don't have a whole lot of recommendations other than that. I do think that the game is worth a vote on greenlight since it doesn't cost you anything. Anyways, go play the game on IndieDB. I've got all the information down below. Thank you to the illustrious Mr. Perry for sending it over, and I will see you guys next week in Weekly Indie Newcomer.